All right, guys. So what we want to do is we want to make sure everybody here that is ready to present, that you have the presentation, how to win with Forex, our newly Dream Team specific presentation. I believe everybody here has downloaded the presentation. Whether we have Keynote, whether we have PowerPoint. I think obviously all of you guys are here in the group. If you're watching this as a recording, we're going to make sure that you go into the Facebook chat that we created. It's called Dream Team Presentation Crew, I think I named it. You want to scroll up, you want to find the link that is appropriate for you, the PowerPoint or the Keynote, download it to your computer, and then, we'll use these steps that we're going to go through here to customize it, okay? The key with this presentation is that you customize it, okay? The majority of it's going to stay the same, but the beginning is where you put your spin on it and you put your sauce on it, and it's your story that really gets people in, okay? It's your story that really gets people in. So you want to be transparent. You guys notice I've been very transparent with stuff, right? It's people like real people, okay? People don't want the person that's always winning, always succeeding, never any issues. You don't seem real, okay? It seems like a scam. But when you talk about, oh, I had losses, oh, I blew accounts, oh, I did this, I did that, people can respect that, right? And they're willing to listen. So that's what we're going to do, all right? So what I am going to do is I am going to pull up the presentation. I want you to also have the presentation pulled up on your side. And we're going to go through this thing together, and I want you to make the appropriate adjustments. Can everybody see the screen? Okay. Who calling? If you're calling, please mute. Phone ringing. Okay. So this can stay the same. The title slide, the My Goal slide can stay the same. This slide can stay the same. This is all the same. All this is the same. Okay, so this is where it differs. Okay, so the first slide. So hi, I'm, and then put your name right there. Okay, put your name right there. Find a picture of you or something like that that you can stick in there. This picture, I already had graphics done where I already had PNG photos of me like this, right? So I just threw it on there. You may or may not have a photo like that where it's kind of in the background like that, but you can see over to the bottom right, I just had a regular picture, but I just put a border around it, right? So if you just have a regular picture, just put a border around it, okay? So it looks kind of nice, that's all, okay? If you have a logo or something, Deanna, I know you have your stuff or whatever, put your logo on there. Just something to, brand you a little bit. Don't overly do it, okay? But just put something there where people know, like, oh man, this person's for real. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. They don't know anyway. I'm just saying, if you have it, use it. Okay, if you don't have it, it's not gonna matter. It's just, that's just my logo I put on stuff, okay? So put some bullet points in there. Keep it to the one page. Okay, you don't want 2 and 3 pages of stuff. Just one page is good. Okay, so put some bullet points about yourself on there that are bullet points that images you can pull from your life that would cause somebody to say, oh, wait a minute, I need to listen. Okay, you're the supervisor of something, like your leadership is what we're looking for, right? Your leadership, you run this, you own this, you manage a group of 300,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Something where people see that you are an authority. That's what this is about. It's about authority. Do you have the authority to be before me and speak on this? What gives you the authority? Right? So for me, making money in 2 different industries. I wrote a book, been on TV. That's authoritative, okay? Don't have to be those things, obviously, but think about your life and things that you've done where you are the authority, where you run the show, where you're the leader, you're the boss, you're the, you're the go-to person. That's the importance of this slide, okay? This slide can stay the same, confession slide. Now, initial conflict, so what's the slide, 16? So initial conflict, the bottom, turning point, conflict arises yet again. You could probably leave this right here. Number 20. but you might change the 11 months. Like for me, it really was about 11, 12 months, right? For you, it might have been something else. So make it real.
You could just say several.
No, give a number.
A number?
Yeah, because any number. So the thing is this, 11 months is a long time for me, but somebody else might be looking at, you might have did it in 6 months and they're like, oh, well, that's still a long time for them. You know what I'm saying? So you just need a number. Okay. You can probably keep, I don't know, you have to play with some of these bullets because see here, I talked about stepped into a knowing, confident in my ability again, right? But what the picture that you're trying to paint here is that there was a transition. You went from over here, right? You went from the bottom essentially to a revelation, right? It's like the journey of the hero. Okay, from a storytelling standpoint, it's the journey of the hero. Okay, so your initial conflict, don't go all the way back to, like I didn't go all the way back to my real estate, right? When I was in Empower Network, my story was the real estate world, right? But now we had all that Empower stuff. Now my story is starting there. Start with the most immediate thing to IML, the thing prior to IML. What was it that was going on then where in your mind you realized that you needed to do this?
Most of us were in Empower Network.
I know, but I'm saying, and you can still use that. That's fine. I'm just saying, like what I'm saying is, don't go back to, oh, when I was in high school, this is what happened.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you need the most immediate thing that happened right before IML. Right? If you want to leverage Empower Network, go ahead. If you want to leverage, Dion, your job, right? Being laid off, getting hurt at AT&T, going through the whole drama, workman's comp, the drama of the league, you know what I'm saying? All of that. That stuff people really need to hear. Like, dang, this man lost his job for workman's comp. What he gonna do? That's like the story.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the deal. You want to think in terms of the conflict. What was the problem that you were facing? Okay, what's the problem? So listen, I was full-time whatever supervisor here at AT&T. You ain't got to give all the details. Just look, bullet point. This, right? I was making this, or I had, I drove trucks, but I was out and about. I enjoyed my life. And then what happened? I climbed up on the ladder. Next thing I knew, I fell down. I hurt my this, my that, had to have surgery. And now I didn't have a job anymore. Right? So now what's the problem with that? The problem is I don't have no income, right? I'm scared. How am I going to pay the bills? Like you could probably keep that. Like if it fits, right? You can keep whatever fits.
Right.
Right. Change as minimal as possible. Okay. Change as minimal as possible such that it fits what you're saying, but keep anything that you can keep because it keeps the flow of what's going. So like uncertain how we're going to provide for my son. Dion, for you might be like, how am I going to provide for me and my wife? You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. What was I going to do now? You can still keep all that stuff. Okay. Same thing with everybody. So that's initial conflict. Get a couple bullet points, 3 bullet points or so. What was the problem? And then your feelings, the emotion. This is what you're tapping. You were scared, uncertain, anxious. That's what I'm saying. Leave that if you can. Just those top 3 bullet points. Get to the point of what your issue was. The bottom. Where was the bottom? What was the absolute bottom of that scenario? Right? Bottom was, I don't know, Dion, what was the bottom? What was the bottom for you?
True. Finna lose the crib in Chicago.
There you go. Getting ready to lose my house, right? Wife moved to Atlanta, right? I ended up having to put some things together. I had to move to Atlanta. Like that was the bottom. Maybe it was, maybe we were having some issues in our relationship, right? That affected me. That was the point where I was like, I can't have that, whatever. And everybody, you got to think about like your real life, okay? What was the bottom? Okay, like no control over what's seemingly taking place. That's what people feel. People feel like they don't have no control. They feel like, I'm working and I'm making this money, but I can't leave. Because if I leave, I ain't going to have nothing. That's them feeling helpless. Like they can't, but you can do something. You can leave and you can do something else. You just think you can't leave. You feel like you can't leave, but nobody is making you stay. You can leave. A mental change. You can leave that place. You just don't know what else to do. So you stay. Right? So no control, self-esteem. So maybe it wasn't self-esteem for some of you guys, but maybe it was just, you doubted yourself, or you began to second guess your abilities, or you wondered if you could ever be in business for yourself. You wondered if it was even possible for you, if you could make enough money to live your life the way your job had provided, but you knew that the job wasn't promised. So you knew something had to happen. Okay? So that's the bottom. The turning point. What happened? For most of you that was sponsored by me, it may be, look, a friend of mine reached out, right? She reached out to me and shared this, right? Dion, like, look, I moved to Atlanta. My sister, I met her at her son's swimming class, and she told me about this. She told me about this foreign exchange. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about, but I went home and I made a decision. I ended up going to an event, and that changed my life. I got started, something like that. Right? So what was the turning point? What was the point at which you realized there was another way? How did you learn about it? Like I said, this is Tyree. Well, this one, the friend that took me to lunch, that's Ed Hartley. Right? That's Ed Hartley. And he told me about cryptocurrency. We went a couple times to lunch, but whatever. You guys remember, we kind of launched with him a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. We launched a little bit with him, and then I decided, no, Tyree said, why don't you look at Forex? So we did that, and I decided on Forex, which we did.
Right.
Okay? That's the turning point. And then what happens in the story, in the journey of the hero? The journey of the hero is that, you think about any movie, any book, the hero always has a journey, right? They start off with some type of problem, okay? Then they start moving forward a little bit, and there's another setback, right? And then they move forward as another setback. So in this, it was like, okay, great. I was moving along in life. I had a setback, company shut down. All right. Then here was the bottom. I had to figure something out. Everything changed when my friend told me about Forex. So then I started moving. I'm on my bike, I'm moving again. And then all of a sudden, another fallout. What happened here? We following too many people. We did the challenge the first year and everything just fell to pieces. Right? That's really what that's based around. Right? Following too many. We all in IMLT, everybody doing their own strategy. We trying to share with each other. It's working for some, it's not working for others. We didn't have a solid team, anything that we were doing together. It was just, to each his own. And we weren't winning like that. So that's what that story is about. We followed too many leaders. You can keep that if you can keep whatever you want to keep. Like, I'm not forcing you to change anything. I'm just saying where it obviously doesn't make any sense because it's not you, change it.
Right.
If you can leave it, then just leave it. Don't make extra work for yourself. You don't got to build a whole. I already did. It took me 3 months to do it. Okay, so I already did the hard part for everybody. Okay, so then the 11 months, okay, you can leave and keep whatever you want to keep it at. All right, so after the story, this can stay the same. This is the same. This is the same. This is different. Okay, now you need your own results right here. Yours. So if you've posted anything on social media about success, or if you can go and grab a screenshot of something, maybe your MT4 or something like that, right? Put a couple of shots of your results right here. You can say the past, I need to change. I can say, the past 2 months at this point. I could probably just really say that. Okay, so now it's past 2 months. So just change it to whatever it is, right? Give a result. Try to stay away from dollars. So percentages, pips, Something like that, okay? That way we can maintain some compliance a little bit. Nobody has said anything about it, so I'm not gonna worry about it, but I already know dollars create an issue. So let's just not even do it to begin with. So put your results here on this slide, okay? Then you can keep Dina's unless you are Dina. If you are Dina, this information goes up here, right? And now, right here, maybe you can put my testimonial. You see what I'm saying? Like if this is you, and I have your testimonial in here, like Janice, you should still be fine because we don't have yours in here, or Dion, right, Gary? But like Dina and Keisha and Shahida, like any of those people, you got a testimonial in here, which means you got to replace your testimonial with something. Okay, you guys don't. You can just leave it like it. So you put you right here, and then Dina, you might want to put me right here, right? And all you gotta do is just take my stuff from right here and just put it right there. That's it. Copy paste. Right? Everybody else, if you're not Dina, leave Dina right there. Leave Philippa right there. Leave the results not typical. What you'll learn. Optimal entry. All this is the same. 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 Like really, only thing you're changing is the front part. Oh, here. Success. You can leave Tyler Perry, right? But success is my goal. Put your picture right there. Put your picture right there on 56. Leave Tyler Perry. Leave all of this. iML. This is the conditional close is happening. You can leave Johnny. So see, Keisha, you took yours and put that on the front, you know? You can put somebody else's testimonial right there. You can put my testimonial right there. You know what I'm saying? Just replace yourself with somebody else. Okay? Leave all this. Leave all this. Leave that. Leave that. Leave that. Oh, okay. I'm nothing special. What's that? 105. These are conditional closes, like disposable income is a conditional close. Information alone, those are conditional closes. Those are things that get people to start thinking about what you're talking about from a personal, emotional level versus a logical financial level. Okay, because what happens is people will say, "Oh, well, you know, Janice is a superhero, right? Janice could do this." People that you know, right, that look up to you. They're like, "Oh, well, I don't expect anything less from Janice." You know what I'm saying? But you have to bring it back down. Like, no, I ain't nothing special. I got problems too. You know, or I have challenges, I should say too. Like mine was like struggling managing being a business and having this type of business, right? Which is true. Like you guys see, like it's a lot. But then I bring that home and I say, but listen, you're gonna, if I can remember sometimes, you know, it's hard to be broke and it's hard to be rich. So look, you might as well work on being rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a sacrifice either way. So ain't nothing special. I made a decision. That's what I gotta do. You know? So that slide you change. I'm nothing special. Put your picture there. Picture you, your kids, you, your wife, you, yourself. Don't matter. Just what is it that you have a challenge? What is like you not a character flaw, but what do you have that when you look at your business, it's like, man, this does make it a little bit harder. I can deal with it, but this makes it a little bit harder. You know, maybe Janice, you know, you running the business that you run, the cost, and it's like, you know, look, I'm nothing special, right? I have no supernatural gifts. Like, actually, it's hard running a whole nother business and this business at the same time. It's actually hard doing that. I really don't want to do both. But hey, I got to do what I got to do. And you're telling them, you got to do what you got to do. No excuses, in other words, right? Okay? Leave that. You can leave Shahida unless you are Shahida. You can leave that, this. So you'll probably want to take that checklist, and this is just a Google Doc, right? I just uploaded it to Google Docs, and I just forwarded my Google Doc to that domain. Everybody should have the checklist already. It's in Discord. Just download it or upload it to Google Docs, right? Get the share link, and then forward your share link to a subdomain, you know what I'm saying, that you have where people can go to it easily and just download it. Okay, so remember to change that. So it's your name or it's your domain or whatever it is that's personal to you. And that's it. That's it. So a few slides you gotta change and that's it. I wouldn't add any slides. I wouldn't take any slides out. I leave it alone.
Yeah, you put the work in that, Tracy.
Huh?
I said you put the work in that. You really did.
Child, you don't know how many of these I created and tried and they wasn't working. Okay, so that's why I'm so excited this one working.
It's 117 slides in total.
Let's see. Yep.
How many is it?
117.
Okay.
And then you can see when I went from, I mean, just color-wise, like everything was blue, right? Everything was blue, 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 blue. Then when I shifted into iMarkets Live, the colors are green, right? Because iMarkets Live is green. So then everything became green, right? And I just took all these from the IML presentation, right? And I just took those slides and pasted them on here.
Right.
Right, I just made everything green. Like I put this right here, this little image. I just stuck that on there. You know, just kind of tried to make it, spruce it up a little bit. But yeah, that's it. So you make those changes, those personal changes, and you're good to go in terms of your slide deck itself. I love this picture right here, the hard way. Like I was like, yeah, let's do that. Oh God. So that's it, guys. Any questions?
Trace? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't have to do anything special for the bonus part, right?
Leave everything the same.
Yep. Okay.
Because it's all team built. Like that's the whole point. Anybody on the team can use it. It fits any member of our team because it's Dream Team branded, right? Except for the story at the beginning, which you got to tell your own story.
Okay, I'm a little confused. And let me ask this question. So is it just going to pop up, or is this like before where we do it our voice over the slides? You know what I mean? Where we recorded it before. You know what I'm talking about?
When I recorded it?
Where we're reading it, like where we're reading the slides. Or are they just going to be reading the slides themselves?
No, on the way I've been doing it, you going to do this presentation.
Like, yeah, you talking over the slides.
Yeah, am I going to be reading the slides? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
I mean, unless you want to memorize it. You know, you are actor over there. You all in the Bobby Brown movie and stuff. You got good memory.
I love you.
You already memorized the whole script already. I mean, you ad lib. You send your jabs in there between slides, but for the most part, it's just reading it.
Yeah, you guys. I'm just reading it. It's really like a video sales letter. That's what it is. It's a video sales letter. That the people. The only reason why I'm showing my face is because it's a live Zoom, right? And people kind of whatever. But when I record it and it's on learnthesimplesteps.com, they don't see me. They don't see me at all. They just hear me. You know what I'm saying? But for your Zooms, I just really recommend that you show your face because, you know, you got to build rapport. You know, people like to see you and it just make them feel better.
Okay, one more quick question.
Yes, sir.
Right. For the Zoom, we had to have, don't we have to upgrade to the premium Zoom to have this?
Probably because you're only gonna have what
40,
40 minutes.
40 minutes, and this
40
is.
minutes, yeah.
I mean, I be trying to talk fast, and it still take me an hour. I mean, I recorded the fastest version and put it on the website. It was 1 hour and 1 minute. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you talk any slower than me at all, it's gonna be long.
And that's all of us.
Right.
Right.
Because
So
And they wanted to keep
you've rode this bicycle a few times already, so you kind of know the slides that's coming in advance. We kind of don't, so it might take us a couple of minutes longer.
Well, that's not true because well, yeah, I kind of do. But yeah, I kind of do. But yeah, I can't lie.
one of the key, like I say, once we have all the our information changed out in there, that like you know, with personalized to us, you know, just start practicing it, going through it and doing it, you know, because that's like kind of how I did with just the IML presentation. I just, even though there was nobody there, I just started doing it. And I knew what slide was coming up next. But with this, like the same thing can happen with this as well. So the more you do it, the more you'll know. I mean, plus you're gonna have them a little bit here and there. But I know I do when I do a presentation. So I'll say something. And sometimes, you know, one thing about the presentation, I know even Herschel and Tracy, y'all, the last when we were after Empower was getting ready to, we were doing our own thing. Remember, we were having our own product, and one thing that Herschel and Tracy, they came to light with me, told me to have the energy in the present while you're talking. You know, you got to have the energy and enthusiasm when you're doing the presentation, and that makes a big difference. So, thought I'd add that.
Tracy, I was just wondering, obviously I'm going to have to get a new domain, right? So do you have any insight into the domain name that, you know, I should kind of, the type of domain, not the domain name specifically, but the type of domain? Like, are there any key, I don't know, psychological things that I want to think about regarding that?
A domain name for what?
The presentation? Like, if am I going to be doing it on Zoom? I'm assuming we're going to be doing it on Zoom, right? So,
so you're just saying like on your flyer to say where to go? Like on mine, I just did the Dream Team movement because it was easy for everybody to get to. My personal, but that's on my domain though, the Dream Team movement. That's my Zoom account.
right.
But my personal thing in my Zoom is hang out with Tracy. You know, so I just like anything that, I don't have to be anything in particular, but I just like anything that personalizes it and that demonstrates what it is. Like hang out with Tracy. That's what we're doing. Right? Mm-hmm. So people usually kind of understand that's what we're doing, right? The Dream Team movement, it didn't really matter to me on that one because it's just the Dream Team one, you know, generic. But that was the domain that we used for our Dream Team presentations, right? And I picked the Dream Team movement because we're a movement, right? This is our movement. This is our mission together as an organization. But anything like that, so hang out with Dina, you know, because you could use it for other things. You know, as your team is building and you need to get them together for something, you just know automatically, meet me on hang out with Dina and I'll help you. You know, and that's kind of how I am. Just meet me on hang out with Tracy, and I already know what it is. I don't have to think about the Zoom. It's always down.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Candace, so how did you do it? Did you go through this presentation with your friend, or what did you do? Did you show it? How did you get your person signed up with this?
She gone.
Oh, she there.
Oh. You say she talking, but I don't hear.
We don't hear you. We can see your thing lit up.
They say Candace Young is talking, but do a mute and unmute again, Candace. See what happens.
I'm trying
There
to
you go. There you go.
Hello? Can you hear me,
Cloudy
Tracy?
areas.
Say it again, Candace. It sounds like Tourette's. While she's fixing her audio, Dina, there is like if you're trying to be creative or you wanted to be creative, there's a website called leandomainsearch.com. Lean domain, like LEAN, like skinny lean domain search. So if you had like a keyword, you can put a keyword in there, and it'll give you a whole bunch of domains that's available, and you can pick from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dion. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Any other questions, guys?
Now we just got to start changing it up, putting our pictures in there, right, Trace? And go.
Yep. And put the key thing is your story. Like, make sure your story is transparent. And like, you can tell all your business, but you want it to be transparent, okay? And you want it to be real, and you want it to be believable, because you want the person on the other side to relate to you. If they can't relate to you, they're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it, because you got to be relatable. It's relationships, right? That's why the whole thing is this. So it's got to be relatable. So just do your best with that. Don't got to be super long. You see just a couple slides, right? Each slide, each concept, the bottom, the turning point, the this, those are very strict components of the slide presentation. So don't change them. Just put in your stuff. Okay.
I had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Zoom blitz, like for tonight, is that something that you would think we could put on a watch party? Is that something we could set up on a watch party?
If I did it on Facebook Live.
Oh, so I've never done a watch party. You can't put like a link. I guess you can't do a link or something.
You got to be on Facebook Live, and then somebody can do a watch party to your live.
Okay. So Janice, the other day you was just sharing a live of Tracy's live.
I just went live on her live.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like when I was doing that live, you could do a watch party from that live. But if I'm not live, you can't do a watch party.
Gotcha.
Right, but now, so when Tracy was presenting, how did I do this? Because Dion showed me how to do this. But basically, I was live showing what I was looking at, which was Tracy.
Right. So Janice was watching the presentation. She's at her phone, and she's live on her phone. Are you showing the screen live?
Well, no, I was on my laptop, and I was
okay. So you were sharing your screen live on Facebook using the screen you were already looking at.
Exactly.
Right. I wasn't necessarily live, but Janice went live sharing her screen.
Right. So I was just wondering, if I use my phone as a device, is it a way for me when I go live to show the live I'm watching on Facebook?
Right. You can.
Anybody?
If you're pointing your phone at the screen.
No, not on the desktop, but I mean, if it was on my phone.
No, you can't.
Not on your phone.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks.
Because I don't think you can share your screen I don't think you have that option to share your screen on a mobile version of live.
No, you don't.
Okay.
And so, Tracy, this presentation was initially targeted for those individuals who have interest in trading, who frustrated with trading. That was the target market. But because we're customizing it, it's going to be tailored towards our target market, correct? I mean, in other words, it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's interested or who has had some experience or setbacks with trading. We're just talking to individuals who see this as a solution to their problem, whether they ever whether they knew anything about trading or not.
This is really targeted for the person who has heard about it, thought about it, considered it. It's really for that person. It really is.
Okay.
It's not designed to take a person that doesn't know anything about anything and put them in front of it, because as you see, I'm talking about successes and pips. You know,
Right.
it's people that I know have watched that have reached out to me. It's like, I don't even know what a pip is, but I'm excited to learn about this, you know. So I know there's people that are watching it that aren't necessarily like Forex people, but the target is that.
Okay. Okay. So, because I'm looking at how to get in front of that market when that market isn't necessarily part of my initial network. So when I'm doing my webinars, my initial network isn't necessarily in that category. My initial network would be people that are frustrated with their jobs, want to leave the 9 to 5, you know, that kind of category. And of course, I have some individuals who are more entrepreneur minded, but I was just wondering if how to bring it together, or just get in front of that particular group. How to get in front of that particular group when that's really not your core network.
I mean, but that really should. I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to tell you who not to target, but that's not your target. I mean, we've seen that. I mean,
Right.
How long has that network been your network? They ain't signed up, or they have signed up, but then they quit. Like, that's not the group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you can't expose it to that group, but that's not who you're talking to.
Right.
That's not who you're talking to. Who you're talking to are people who you don't have to battle with the importance of investing, period. That's who you're talking to. Now, if somebody else sees it and they understand it and they pick it up, that's great. But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Right? All of y'all can sign up, but I'm talking to her.
Right. So my question, in my case, just speaking for me, is getting in front of that group. You know what I mean? Because that's not the initial group that I typically have around me. So just reestablishing a whole new group of individuals that you're talking about. Because I don't necessarily.
I mean, the way that I've been doing it is through Instagram primarily, right? Like you got to follow. Like I got that Grow Social thing, and I went in one day a while ago, and I just did a search for like all the Forex, people and people that had followings and stuff like that. And I just told Grow Social to follow those people and people that follow those people and people that comment on those people and people that like those people. I want you to make me friends with those people, right? And I had to start building a foreign exchange network because I had an internet marketing network. Now I have a lot more foreign exchange network, right? Because I've been doing that for a while. Then when I started running the ads, that started helping, right? Because now I got leads of people who are interested in foreign exchange. But the onset of that started with me just using Grow Social to start building an audience of foreign exchange interested type of people.
Okay.
And then my posts on my social media became, especially on Instagram, it's about family and it's about foreign exchange, it's about personal stuff. But anything dealing with business is foreign exchange, right? That way, as those people started to come check out my profile, they would see their similarities and their likes. They see that I'm a part of the same community that they're a part of. So I would say use Grow Social to start following some of those top people in Forex, and then start grabbing some of their followers and those people that comment on their stuff, and then tell Grow Social to interact with those people.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, I would just,
Tracy.
for the sake of it, I would just do it the way it, for your audience right now, because that's going to take time, Janice. Like, that's
Yeah,
not
it
going to
is.
happen,
Yeah.
next week. So
Right.
for the sake of it, you're going to have to do, when you're trying to build an audience, that's why it takes so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's taken a while for me to build this audience, but you have to do, you have to go the extra mile. Like, you got to probably go live 2-3 times a day, right? You probably got to, right now, right? So that people start to say, oh, wait, this is what she's doing. Oh, wait, this is what she's doing, right? Oh, wait, this is the area she's talking about, versus dropping down for me once a week, twice a week, because now they forget in between that, right? So going live or doing Instagram stories, things like, or Facebook stories, things like that. And getting people to follow you and stuff like that. That's why the other day I did the presentation, but I had my phone sitting right here and I went Instagram live. Right? It was a lady that watched it from there. That's the one that signed up yesterday.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So so you've got to start immersing yourself in that network and showing that you are authority in this network, even though I'm new too still, but I just started going hard with, this is what I'm doing. I'm an authority. Y'all don't know shit. I am more than y'all. Forget it. I don't care if I did just lose 100 pips. I'm still the boss. Right? Kind of like, that's your mindset.
Exactly.
Like, I won even though I lost. I still won. So
right.
I can establish.
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Well, I think that's what I'm talking about. That's that's the thing. It's like, who is Janice, right? Who is Tracy Walker? Somebody who is Herschel Chalk? Who is Derek Scott, right? So, like, for instance, the more that you're out there, pretty much putting yourself out there and exposing, getting yourself exposed. People say, "Oh, that's Tracy Walker." Oh, wait, she's an internet marketer. But wait a minute, she's in the Forex, right? So Janice, don't get your mind stuck on. Don't get really stuck on, like, okay, I need to talk to people who are just in Forex, because remember, we didn't know nothing about Forex when we started iML, right? So don't get held up on that. But at the same time, we know that there's a lot of people out there that are just tire kickers and things of that nature. But I believe that this presentation that Tracy's put together will allow people to basically get to know us, who we are as a person, right? So someone will connect with you, like Tracy just mentioned, as far as this presentation, the way it works is someone will be able to connect with you, and you're going to decide whether they want to work with you or not, right? Something that David, when he did, talks about, is if it doesn't get their juices flowing, right, that's probably not the person. If you get excited about it, we all got excited about IML. When someone watches, like, the presentation that Tracy put together, when someone watches that, it's like, I wanted to start all over again. It made me want to start again with IML, because it was personal. It was like she just broke down, basically sharing exactly her true life. So that's what we got to do with these presentations. Just share our, not, like Tracy said, not all our information, but basically just be transparent, and just the journey that you're going through, what we've been through over the last several years or several months or whatever. That in itself, and like going live on Instagram, going live on Facebook, or building your growth social, that in itself, you'll begin to find there's a lot of people who are wanting. There's a lot of people out there. There's a whole lot of people for all of us to be determined that we are setting out to be, right? So it's out there. We just have to don't get stuck on trying to figure out, okay, am I talking to the right person? You'll know if you're talking to the right person or not, because you know what you're going to deal with. You know what you're going to deal with people, right? Like Tracy said yesterday on the Hangout, there was a guy that basically asked her these questions about the $17 MBA course, right? So do you want to deal with somebody like that, or do you want to deal with somebody who's like, hey, you know what, I'm ready to get started? So that's the thing. It's a numbers game. You have to really get out there and really work hard. Even those of us who are still working jobs, we got to even work harder, right? Because I feel like I feel like my job is keeping me from, it's holding me back from being really getting there like I want to, but I have to just continue to push forward and say, okay, even though I'm working this job, it's a means to an end. This job's going to end, and I'm going to be full time with the IML, with building and things of that nature. So, but yeah, I think we're on the right path. We just got to, just hold each other accountable and consistently stay at it. So, I didn't mean to be long-winded, Tracy. So.
I'm just typing an email. I'm trying to get this over with. Does everybody understand? Now, here's my expectation, okay? My expectation is that everybody here, except for Herschel, because he's already that, everybody here gets to Platinum 2000. Platinum 1000. Okay? That means you got to work. Okay? And your mindset, my mindset is this. If I got to sponsor all 250 people myself, I'm willing to do that. If don't nobody on the dream team sponsor nobody, it's my responsibility to get to the rank I want to get to. You understand what I'm saying? So you guys are sponsoring people, which is good. I'm just saying in my mind, I have to accept that if you didn't, what am I willing to do to ensure my success? At all costs, it's my responsibility. And so that's what you have to do. You have to go at this like, look, I'm going to sponsor all 30 people. I'm going to sponsor all 30 people myself. Yep. Let's go. Right? That's got to be your perspective. In fact, the way David teaches the structure is you need to personally sponsor 15 yourself anyway. And then you need to help 3 to 5 of them become Platinum 150. But I'm looking at it like this. I don't got time to be training nobody to get the Platinum 150 unless they already kind of know what we got to do to get the Platinum 150. I'll do better if I can get 15 people myself. I can go get 30. I'm not gonna get 15 and then sit back and wait on y'all to go get 3. Like, I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna go get the other 15 too. Y'all want y'all to still get the 3, great, but I'm finna go get this other 15. Right? Because we got to meet our goals by the time you said you're gonna meet them. Right? So that's the way it's got to be. So the thing is, having your mind, you're gonna sponsor all 30 people yourself. Okay, or whatever number you need yourself. And you have got to go at this, right? And I just look at, okay, what's the work ethic? What does my leader do? What is his work ethic, right? He did the Zoom, I think 3 or 4 times a day for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight, right? I am dog tired right now. Okay, I am dog tired. Literally this morning at 10 o'clock, I felt like I was gonna fall asleep doing the damn presentation, right? But I just kept pushing myself through. I'm tired. But I'm like, no, I gotta hit these goals, right? And so your work ethic is got to be strong enough to let the universe know you deserve it, right? You said you want it, you're willing to put in the work to get it, you're gonna plant those seeds. So when you start these Zooms, you gotta do your Zooms. You know what I'm saying? If I had to remember that Josiah had jujitsu on Tuesday and Thursday, I wouldn't even put the 4 o'clock one on there, right? Because I hate to say, oh man, now I can't do the 4 o'clock, but it was already out there at that point. So that's it. But all the other ones, you gotta be on there, right? And you just gotta do it. And we only got like 3 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks, right? So your goal needs to be, okay, really, I need 5 people a week. 6, 7, right? A week. So that's like a person a day. So you got to get to work. You need to sign up a day. From today all the way through next month, you need to sign up a day on average. So you got to get to work because some people like, oh, I'll be ready on Wednesday, right? They're not going to be ready today. They're going to be ready on Wednesday. They're going to be ready on Friday. They're going to be ready next week, right? So you got to sow all those seeds heavy every time because not everybody ready today. So you got to make way for next week people. Week after that people. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going, that whole scenario. Okay? So expectations that if you're not Platinum 1000 yet, you will be. You need it, okay, by the end of February. March 1st, right? I'm chairman March 1st, 2019. Okay, March 1st, you're platinum 1,000 or platinum 5,000.
Hey Trace, is there a schedule of or are we going to create a schedule of when people are doing their Zoom so they don't overlap? Is that necessary?
I don't think that's. I think you do your Zoom. You need to do your Zoom. It's your, you know what I'm saying? At this point, because our team will be growing, there's no way we can coordinate where everybody not, you know, everybody doing their own. I just say go. It's your business, go. When it worked for you, go. If it's at the same time that Jasmine doing hers, oh well, that's Jasmine market anyway. Now, of course, we're going to jump on and try to support. The only person that would affect is the dream team trying to support. But you can't sign us up, so don't worry about us. Worry about the people you can, you know, and so I say no. I mean, I think a schedule would be good just for the sake of knowing, but not for the sake of trying to schedule around other people. So yeah, so maybe you guys can put together a little, you know, once you get your dates and stuff together, you know, you guys can put it in the group, you know, create a little document, somebody create a document, and it just kind of be like a little running document that everybody can just put your stuff on or whatever. It's fine. Because I'm already like, you know what, to be honest, after this week, I'm like, shit, I need to blitz every week. I need to do this again next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I need to do this every week. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to be dog tired. But how sweet the sound. You know what I'm saying? Like how sweet the sound. Right? Of boom, we finally hit chairman. So I got to do what I got to do. You know? So I'll probably run this again next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all over again. Right? And every single week, because that's what I got to do. I got to act like y'all don't exist. That's how I have to work. Like y'all don't exist. It's me building. I have 0 people on my team. 0. What would I do with 0 people on my team? Go to work. Right? That's what David's doing. Right? He put in our leadership chat. He said, listen, if you are not traveling, you should be blitzing. Period. What are you doing? Are you working? Are you exposing or are you sitting back? What you doing? Because your leaders is out here all over the place. So what you gonna do? Right? So you not traveling, you blitzing. Zoom meetings over and 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 over. You'll be good. You'll be perfectly fine. Then you think of more ways you can spread it. Like, okay, I did an Instagram live. Then I did a Facebook live one time. Then I, you know, I'm like, okay, maybe tonight. It's like, well, maybe tonight I'll record it and put it on YouTube. I'm like, nah, because Josiah bothers me at nighttime, so I'm not going to record that one. So, you know, we'll get it done. But maybe next week I'll get one, put it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And have that one working because people follow me on YouTube. You know, so, okay, I'll put it up there. Like, how many different ways, how many different places can you have this? That is you. If they see you working live every single time, it's going to be better. That's really all I can say about that part. Okay.
Tracy, I have a couple questions going back to Instagram and the training that was in our Dream Team section of the training site. I, at some point months ago, was not able to access any of the videos or anything. Has that been fixed or corrected?
Wait, on what now?
Our Dream Team training site. I'm not able to access anything.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Smart Member, but we don't need to. There's nothing over there you really need to get. Like,
well, I never saw that IG training with the Grow Social and all that stuff.
I don't know whose video that is. I know I have to see right now, Keisha. I don't know the answer to that question. I have not focused on the Dream Team training site because we had other fish we had to fry, you know. So to be honest with you, I don't know. I have not put any time and attention into that admin of that because we're not even using it really. So now if you
right.
That training in the past, I don't know. I'd have to go and see where that training is and find it. But I would probably say maybe one of the Dream Team members can help you navigate through it versus that because it's going to take me some time to do that with all the stuff I got going on. Right today.
I got you. I would greatly appreciate that. The other thing is that's step number 1 on that welcome checklist. So
yeah, I know. I got to work on all that. Just here's what I'm saying. I know. I got it. Like I'm with you, but ain't nobody. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody. Okay. You gotta say I've personally sponsored 12 people this month so far and 21 people last month. I haven't hardly had anybody go through, except maybe 3 people, and give me any of those things I asked for on the checklist. Okay?
Okay.
What I'm saying to you is, I know it's there, but it's not like people are going to it and doing it anyway.
All right, but I hear what you're saying, but I'm instructing people to do that, and they have been doing that. And I even have one of my members that paid you $10 to join the site. So I hear you, and remember, I'm also here to help. I offer to update that as we need it, like with the new event, etc. So I'm here.
Right. I know. I appreciate it. And I'm not trying to shut you down. I'm just trying to say right now, today, all of that was my responsibility. And for me to even now have to train you on how to do it, it's still the same type of thing, right? I still have to go find the videos. I got to find the passwords. I got to find all that stuff. And I got to show you how to do it. And I want to do that. I do. And I'm not trying to act like it's not important. I'm just saying right now, today, there's no way I can take the time that I do have to focus on that. And if the person needed $10 back, it just went to the Dream Team PayPal. We can send them the $10 back. I just, right now, today, I got to focus on us building up our volume. I got to focus on us making sure that people are getting to what we said they were going to get, which essentially was optimal entry. They come in, they do the 30 trade checklist, like that whole thing that we're talking now. All that old stuff, nobody gave a damn about that stuff for a whole year. Like, I'm not even joking. That stuff has been down a whole year. Okay, nobody has said one word about that stuff. Okay, now all of a sudden we got a few new people and now it's coming to life. So I get it. But right now, today, guys, I have to focus on new blood and new things. We'll get back to that. Okay, we'll get back to that. From this point forward, they don't have to, like, people have asked me, like, do I need to get to the Dream Team site? No, don't worry about the Dream Team site. Don't worry about it, because I don't know. Smart Member and Chris Record and that whole thing, that's a whole nother program that I don't even know why Dream Team site is not showing. It's showing for me, though. Me and Ramonia got on, and it's showing for me. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know where the glitch is, because I can log on, and I can still see the stuff. I know you can't, because you told me that, but I don't know if anybody else can. You know, so now I realize it's not like it's just Smart Member. It's Smart Member with maybe your account, which that's a whole nother customer service issue now. And they don't have customer service over there. It's just that site has really been put to, I mean, Chris Rucker came back to it. Peter Sorensen has put some money up to keep it moving, but there's no customer support. There's no chat. There's no email. There's no nothing. So anything that's going on with that site, I would have to personally try to troubleshoot all of that. And right now, today, I don't have the capacity to do it right now. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, understood.
Okay, if I had 7 more arms and I had 2 more nannies and I had, you know, a baby daddy that could help out, look, I could sit down, I could get it done. But right now, I got to leave here in 10 minutes to go do the jujitsu. You know what I'm saying? We doing this here. When we get done with that, I got to come back. I got to do presentation again at 8 o'clock. We get done at 8 o'clock, it's done at 9, I'm in the bed, right? Okay, I'm gonna try to get up. I couldn't even trade this morning. Ramoni was blowing my phone up. I'm knocked out, right? I'm trying to get up 2 in the morning, trade, start this whole thing all over again, okay? So I am in total agreement with you that we need to do something about it. It's just that because nobody else had been delegated to do it previously, even to get it fixed requires me, right? Because if I could just say, hey, Keisha, sure, log in, do this, do that, you could do that. But you can't do that because you don't know how to do that. I got to train you on how to do that. So I need time to do that. Kathleen says, it works for her. So that's not for everybody. I don't know why it's not working for you. It's working for me. It's working for Kathleen. I don't know who else it may be working for or not working for.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't even been on that site since we got Discord. Really, I've been following Discord more.
Okay. Sorry, Gary. FYI, I'm an admin on a Smart Member for another account, so I do know how to navigate in there a little bit. So just FYI.
Okay, but you said you can't even access it though, right?
No, it's everything. The videos is just an image. It's not even an image. It's like a white box with it's nothing. I don't know what's the issue.
Now the images, any images on Smart Member don't work. That's why on the MBA, I don't have images. Videos work because I can embed those. But if you're only looking for images, whatever that image link is that they had, that's broken. So there's no way any images on any Smart Member site is showing up right now. Okay.
Right, so it comes up, but I can't even access the video. So the place or spot where the video would be, I don't have anything there, but a white box with like a little small image type thing on it. There's nothing there.
You do log into it, right? When you
Yes.
go to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just see break.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I understand. So if anybody who does have access to some kind of way, you can share that one video with me. I would appreciate it.
Kathleen, you said you got access. Can you see that video that that Keisha's talking about?
I can see it all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because Tracy, you
I
did
can
one
see
in
it all.
Riyadh.
I logged in. I see the video. I see the saved calls. The training. I see it all.
Okay. Can you possibly share that that Grow Shows? I forgot what the name of it was. It's the one that me and Riyadh did together. Let me see if I can try to log in.
Crossover strategy.
IG. What was it? The IG Grow Social. Grow Social. I think it's
Grow Social. Yeah. IG. Yeah.
Well, let me scan down and find it for you.
Let me get in here and fix this.
I'm actually on the team blog.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna share.
It's all coming up. There's not a problem here at all.
So this is the image that's not there. So I say all the images are gone, but let me see if I click on it, what happens? Oh, it says cannot load video. This video is unavailable. Okay, so let's go to the blog.
In the blog, I can see it all.
Okay.
There's no problem.
I think some of those blog ones were put on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm almost sure they were.
Hangout, engulfing strategy, social media. No. That was one of the first ones we did. But this thing was when we first got started, Keisha. Where you was at 2 years ago? Let's see. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody even asked about this thing.
I've been trying to get it for months now. That's it.
That's it. So let's see how to get more customers using Instagram. Okay, so no, yeah, it says the video not loaded here. I don't know. Let me go to my YouTube.
That's crazy how the member site for MBA works, but this doesn't work.
Okay, here we go. It's right on YouTube. Get at least with Instagram.
Perfect.
All right, everybody. Share a link. Okay, so I'm tripping. Why don't you just give me the hold on.
The first thing was, I think, a URL. No, if you go use the back arrow.
I'm just gonna go to the URL at the top. Shoot, now y'all make me shoot. Brian Velez been doing Instagram training videos every week. Where y'all been?
I was on there, but I think he was sharing the organic way, and I just want to see this with the Grow Social.
Okay. So did everybody see that in there? You got that? But we can go ahead and put this thing right here to bed with this Grow Social. So I figure out.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. With this site, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even care. Like, it's just too much. Okay. So we done with this. Okay. All right. Perfect. So here's the deal. Here's what we want. Everybody, please make your amendments to your presentation. Today is what? Thursday? Please have that stuff done by tomorrow. Okay, it don't take that long. You're only changing like 3 slides. Y'all ain't got to build the whole presentation. So anybody that got like, oh, I need a week, please spare me. Hey, I already done built the whole thing. Just all you gotta do is like 5 slides. Okay, your picture, your own story, which you ain't even gotta think about because it's your story, okay? And your link that you're gonna put the optimal entry checklist on, okay? Have this stuff done tomorrow. Every day counts, okay? Every day counts. So have it done tomorrow. I need you practicing your stuff over the weekend, okay? Because your Zoom should be next week. Don't y'all be scheduling those Zooms 3 weeks from now, all this stuff. How you gonna be Platinum 1000 by March if you ain't even doing your Zoom until the day before the event? Okay, so Zooms are to start next week. Next week. And then, so you get your presentation completed tomorrow, by tomorrow, I should say. You start practicing, running through it, right? Just saying it. You ain't got to record it enough to just start saying it. It's going to take some time. The thing is an hour long, okay? It's an hour long. You got to practice. So just start running through it, running through it, running through it, right? Practicing, 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 practicing. And then the day of your Zoom, you got to go. Okay, but the expectation is this. Everybody say, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it. Then let's do it. Let's do it. ASAP, right? Massive, massive action.
Tracy, I'm already doing it.
There you go, Kathleen. Go ahead, lead the charge, girl.
I'm already doing it. I started this presentations as well as my videos last July. I have close to 380 videos. I do it 6 times a week, 15 to 30 minutes a piece, and it can be done.
It can be done. So now all you got to work on is getting your audience together. Okay.
And I'm then doing just that.
Okay. That's
every time I get those deliveries,
oh yeah, you
I have them that night going on to see what I'm talking about.
That's funny. She's like, I got 7 deliveries.
It works because each one of those 7, there's 2 or 3 with them.
Oh yeah.
It builds quickly. I tell them, leave your camera off, come in, and we can do this.
All right. So did everybody reach out to Jess to get your flyers done?
I did.
She got 27 or 28 orders as of today. So she said it doesn't take her long, but
no,
that's the number that she's in.
Yeah, it doesn't take her long at all. You told you were on my team?
Yes.
Tracy, I got her email response, but I was going to get back to her because I didn't understand what she was saying. She said it costs $75 to update because I asked about, she told me about the $25, but I also asked about rank image and a welcome image. So she said for a series of rank images, it costs $75 to update it.
Okay.
I wasn't understanding that. So she has something that she uses for you, your organization, the Dream Team or whatever she had created. If I need her
I don't have anything for ranks.
Well, she gave me an example of one she created for Team 20,000, Project 20,000 or something.
Okay.
And she had a image for each rank. So what I was saying is, so for every time I need her to put somebody's image information on there, she is $75.
I don't think so, Keisha, but you have to ask her. But
Okay, I will.
I'm thinking what she's saying is to create the template is gonna be $75. Okay, for
Got you.
all the ranks. But
okay.
all I know is that whenever she updates something, it's $25. So for all I know, and I don't know, you have to ask her, but because I don't use her for the ranks, I haven't really. Hell, we haven't had that many people ranking up. Okay, so I haven't used her for the ranks really, but. Herschel has his own thing he got going for ranks. I've only used her for like events and online flyers like Zoom meetings and things like that. And it's usually just $25 if I want her to change out the photos or something like that. But usually, even the dates, I can just go in Canva and change the, put a little cover over it and put another date on there. But what I'm thinking she's saying is $75 to create the templates. And then if you want her to put the photos on there of all your rank advancements, then she's probably going to charge you $25 for that. I don't think she charges $75 just to put a picture on there.
No, she don't. That's exactly what she said. If you have a different type of template or design, then it's going to cost more. But if she has one on file for you, and you just, all she has to do is put your picture and some fonts, it's $25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so get those done. She's usually pretty fast. And I don't know, she usually does stuff for me. I mean, she's got a good relationship with a lot of different people, but I send her a lot of business just outside of IML stuff. And so she usually looks out for people in my group. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she jumps you in front of some people. I can't say she will, but I'm saying I just wouldn't be surprised if she did. Okay. So yeah, even in that 28 people, she usually can knock that stuff out.
Yeah, she typically 48 hours is done.
Yeah. And she's got an assistant and some things like that. So get your order in, everybody that needs to have it done. Get your presentation completed. Practice this weekend. And everybody's starting their Zooms next week, right?
Yes. Hook a crook.
Right,
is the flyer different than the 3-day Zoom Blitz we already had her do before?
That's the same one I used.
Okay, all right.
The 3-day Zoom Blitz. Mm-hmm. Because see, I was gonna do a 5-day, but I didn't have the 5-day one already done, and I just wanted something to go, so I just used what I already had. And I just run it again next week and every week. Okay? Everybody clear on what your role is with the presentation? How to update your slides?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's keep it rocking. Let's keep it rolling. Let's rank up. Okay? The presentation's working. People are getting results. Angelita signed up somebody today. Candace signed up somebody yesterday. I signed up somebody today that's Brandon Boyd obviously is getting the credit for, so I'll work on that. And we'll get the show rolling. Okay, everybody good?
Yes, thank you.